What up, everyone? So today I'm going to show you how to make a Euro mount on your own for free. The reason I'm doing this video is I have a friend that shot a spike this year, and I believe he shot a 4-pointer last year. And because he didn't want to spend the money getting it mounted, he just threw it away. Personally, I think that's a complete waste. So, to keep you guys from having that same issue, I figured I'd show you how to make a Euro mount. Just stuff that you have in your house already. Now, getting it to this point, it's fairly simple. You just skin the head like you would like any other part of the body. Take the eyeballs out, which I don't know if that's 100% necessary, that if you take them out beforehand or not. But either way, I always do. And then you just get a pot. And if you're super worried about these huge antlers and what they're going to look like, you can wrap them with cellophane and then aluminum foil. And then you can duct tape them if you want. Either way, it'll just keep them from becoming discolored. Or you can do what I did and just toss the whole thing in. And, well, as you can see, it didn't discolor at all. And then you just boil it. You're going to boil it for like a day. It's going to be quite a while. I have heard some people say that they were concerned about cooking it too long. The only real concern that you would have there is the seams in the skull might start to separate. Easiest way to know if that's going to happen would be your teeth would all have already fallen out. As you can see, the teeth on this one are all still there. And this one I still cooked a little too long. You can see like the bones between the nose started to move a little. But then once I got it to that point, I just took like a spoon, and I've heard of people using a wire brush. I tried a wire brush a couple years ago, and destroying the wire brush and just filling it with meat. And you just scrape it clean. And the hardest part is actually removing the brain from the brain cavity. For that, I've got a child's, like a baby spoon, and I also use a butter knife. And I just get up on there, scrape it out, take it out. It comes out as like a mush. Not too bad. And then rinse it out a bunch of times and cook it a little bit longer if you need to. I think this one we cooked twice. We cooked it for a while the first day, and then we let it soak overnight, and then cooked it again the second day. It makes your house smell just super amazing. Your dogs will love it. Your girlfriend will hate it. So you should definitely do it this way. I've got some other mounts where I left the bottom jaw on. This one I'm not going to do that. It's actually just going to be like a desk ornament, I guess you'd call it. And as far as this being broken, when I skinned him out, this was already pretty mangled. This deer in general was pretty mangled. He had cuts all through his head. And he had a rough life. But either way, you just get it to this point, get it dried, and you can leave it natural color if you want. I always do them with a dip, which is what we're going to do next. The one thing I would recommend is if you do plan on leaving it natural color, spray paint the hell out of it with just a clear coat, just to help seal everything up. It'll make it withstand time a little bit better. Otherwise, you can do it the way I'm going to do it. So once you got the head cleaned, first thing you're going to want to do is put cold water into some kind of disposable tote. I actually normally have a much smaller tote for this, but we can't find it, so this tote that my sister uses to move from house to house, yeah, it'll do fine. She'll find out about this when I post the video. It is important that you get the water to not be sloshing around, because it turns out if this is all sloshy, it'll just mix your paint up for you, and that's no good. We don't want that. Spray paint, when it gets too cold, doesn't like to operate that well. And you only really get one shot at this. Apparently my father puts them in his armpit to keep them warm. That's mildly concerning. Either of those red buttons. Oh! Alright, so now that I'm a little blind. Keep in mind that whatever colors you're going to do, which in this case we're going to do orange and black, your darkest color is going to overtake your brightest color. So we're going to use lots and lots and lots of bright orange, not much for the dark black. Okay. So just aim towards the middle. Start with whatever your primary color is. And just feed it to her. Because of the size of this tote, it's going to take a lot of paint. I'm probably going to use almost all this orange on just this one. One fun thing about this is you'll get pretty high off the paint fumes as you're standing over this entire. Going for it. Also, try to keep it straight up and down as you can. Otherwise, as you can see over here, it'll all get really bunched together. Whereas over here, it's nicely spread apart. This is really good for you if you have asthma, as my girlfriend can attest to right now.
I should put one of the masks on.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't find a smaller tote that we normally use. It's gone. I think we're just about out of orange. And my back's a little sore now. And my finger's orange. That's pretty cool. Alright, so you're going to want a paint stirrer or a welding rod, because that's what we do. You just try to figure out what kind of design you want on this here dealio. Just mix it up a little bit. Or whatever your design is on the top of this is the design that's going to end up on top of your deer head. So mix it up however you want. Unfortunately, because of the size of the tote and how long it took, the black is apparently already starting to dry into whatever its form is going to be. So it is what it is. And then just hold on to your antlers like so. It helps when you have really, really huge antlers like these. My preference is to pick right about here and just anchor in slow. You want to go slow and even. Once you go down, you can't come back up. Come back up through, and it cannot work at all. Awesome, makes me happy. So we're gonna go back under. We're gonna come back up through another spot that actually has paint. And it looks like we're gonna do this about 5 more times.
Okay.
Oh guys, it's been 2 days that I've let this skull dry. And I figured I'd let you see how it came out. Now, it wasn't perfect in getting the coverage of the orange, which, like you can see there, a little bit there, a little bit there. But all in all, it's not too bad. I was worried that I'd have to redo it, which would have made it for another part of this video of taking the paint back off. But honestly, I kind of like the way it came out. It could have been better if I'd used a smaller tote, just because that massive amount of water, there's no way I was going to be able to completely coat the top of that water with the paint, just because of the pure size of it. So I did end up going and getting another smaller tote. We'll label this one. It'll disappear anyways. Do me a favor, hit that like button. Share this video with anyone that you know that is going to throw away a deer skull rather than doing something to keep it. Every deer is a trophy, so you might as well keep it onto that deer. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.